Shalom and welcome back to the Barbecue Network. Um, Today I'm going to be turn this fan off. Today I'm going to review a movie called Dark Passage. It stars Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. I believe they made 3 movies together: To Have and Have Not, famous movie The Big Sleep, and Dark Passage. Now, another movie called Dark Victory that stars Betty Davis, and so she's not in this one, of course. So Dark Passage is similar to The Fugitive. A writer wrote the book, and then Delmer Daves, who was a lawyer and actually an actor, producer, writer, and director throughout the 20s, 30s, and 40s, I believe. He wrote and directed this movie. Leonard Maltin thinks that, some things are great movies and calls this one not a great movie. I think this is a great movie. So I beg to differ with him on it. Very similar to the plot of The Fugitive. A man is wrongfully accused of murdering his wife and is sent to jail for life. He escapes, and then where it differs from The Fugitive is that a lot of people are still out to get him when he is escaped. He's framed for more murders, a murder of his friend that's a trumpet player, and another murder in the movie too. Trying to think who that was, but anyway, the trumpet player, very key murder. Oh yeah, he's framed for something that I'll explain a little bit more. So anyway, Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart were married, and they were a great starring couple. I would say, Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, and then these two were pretty much the two, or the movie stars that succeeded in marriage and in making good movies. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore only in one movie together, I believe, Mortal Thoughts, which is, it could be a great movie, but it's just kind of the ending is up in the air to me. But I believe I've reviewed that on this channel. So with Dark Passage, it is all in black and white, and he's released, or he's escaped from prison. And what's so interesting in this is you don't see his face for the first 45 minutes of the movie, or maybe even more or less. He has a different face. They show this face in print in the newspaper, and you can tell it's just kind of it's a drawing of, and it's a picture of Humphrey Bogart with like a drawing over the top of it. So as the heat is on him when he's in San Francisco, he doesn't really have a choice just to bounce right to San Francisco. Lauren Bacall is kind of obsessed with him since she followed his trial. Always assumed that he was framed. So she's like a rich painter. She ends up helping him. And, a bunch of stuff happens, and he realizes his best option is to get massive facial surgery, sort of like Face Off, but he's not trading faces with anyone. He's just, going to like places like the Joker went in Batman 1989 and getting his face all cut on. And that's a pretty freaky scene. The guy says he can make him look like a bulldog or a monkey if he wanted to, and as he's under some anesthetic, he starts having like hallucinations about that, and pretty strange scene. Comes out looking like Humphrey Bogart after the plastic surgery, so that's pretty awesome. So here he is looking like Humphrey Bogart, looking in rich suits that she's buying for him, and he starts trying to get to the bottom of what happened with his wife and the trumpet player friend of his that was murdered, and they always wanted to just escape to Peru. And I'm not sure if he's in the crime business or he's in what line of work he really is in, but he's not an idiot, but he's part of the underworld, I guess, or lower class type people. So after he gets the facial surgery, things kind of pick up, and there's this kind of pestering lady played by Agnes Moorehead who does a great job in it. And I believe Agnes Moorehead was the mother in Citizen Kane, among other movies. She does a fantastic job in this. So turns out, she's behind a lot of the stuff that's been going on, and then they get in some kind of confrontation, and she throws herself out the window and dies. So that's pretty brave of this woman. But anyway, so he's framed for that. And then basically he wants to escape on his own, but then he has a revelation that he wants to escape with Lauren Bacall. And so they have this really nice scene towards the end where they meet up in Peru. And that's basically the whole movie. A lot of other little character actors do a good job in it. This cab driver who recognizes him puts him on the path to getting the plastic surgery. And without that guy, he would have been caught or dead in the water long before that. And I really do like the movie. Don't really know why someone wouldn't say it's a great movie. I think it holds your attention. It's thrilling the whole time. Could see that it could get redone. In fact, Face Off and Fugitive kind of take concepts from it. So, highly recommend Dark Passage. A couple days from now, you're going to see me in a different setting, in a beautiful area, everything like that. The complete opposite of where I live now. So, Dark Passage, very much recommend it. Been seeing a lot of the Humphrey Bogart movies lately, African Queen among others, and highly recommend checking out Dark Passage. Thanks so much, and shalom.